Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a little work tonight on the Jurassic Park. Mainly what I'd like to do is I'm going to get the power supply plugged in. I want to check my voltages, make sure that's good. I want to get the board powered up and the monitor powered up, and I want to see if it works. And then at that point, I'll have to address the cabinet itself and figure out what I need to remove. And I have to find some brackets to mount the monitor back in the cabinet, which I'm not sure how this was mounted originally, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But I should have something that I can use to mount the monitor into the cabinet. Now, these monitors, these 27-inch monitors, have a built-in isolation transformer on the chassis. So I don't have to worry about installing one of those onto here, which is nice. That saves me from having to do a bunch of extra wiring, but I do need to make a power wire to plug in, which is right here. So I need to make a Molex 3-pin Molex connector so we can plug that in, because I don't think I have one, and I'm pretty sure this cabinet's been stripped of everything. And yes, it has. So, but you can see how this has all been, there's 2x4s and plywood and just junk everywhere. Brackets I need to take out, pieces of plywood on the sides here I need to take out. I gotta get this big light out of here, but I'll deal with that on the next video. Let's just see if this works. That's really all I'm concerned about, because I don't want to go putting everything into the cabinet and then it doesn't work, because that'll be a waste of a lot of time. Then I'm going to have to take it back apart. So I have an extension cord over here, so I'd like to just kind of plug in this power supply and make sure we have 5 volts and 12 volts and all that good stuff, because I don't really know much about this power supply. I know I used it a long time ago for something, but that's about all I know. Fan turns on. All right. So our reds are 5 volts, blacks are ground, yellows are 12 volts. .8, 7, 8. Let's turn that up a little bit. Okay, 5, we're right at 5. I'm good there, I'm happy with that. Let's just make sure we have 12 volts in here. Yeah, it's at 10.5, which is fine. That always seems to be low at first. But I might bump the 5 to 5.1. There we go, 5.1. Let's just check the 12 one more time. 10.989. I'm good there. I'm happy with that. We have power. The fan's kind of annoying sounding. Good thing is we could just make a plug for the monitor and plug it right into the side of the power supply. Because, like I said, there's an isolation transformer already in there. So, should just be able to plug in our power. That's our harness. Okay, all my colors line up. Should have brought a table out here and did it on the table, but that's all right. So this is the JAMA plug here. We have a slot there, so we know that it starts with ground over here. Push that one in. And this is the same scenario, goes this way. All right, so those are plugged in. Now we need to find our video wire. These are just our buttons. This should be it here. Red, green, blue. Ground and sync. So I need to take this connector, I need to see if I can find a connector for this and turn it into our video wires. So let me go see what I can find. I'd like to not cut this off, or maybe I just cut it off and maybe I'll just put on the other style connector. All right, give me a minute, let me see what I have. Okay, I found a plug I can use for the monitor. I'm not sure if the ground one is in the right spot. I might have to slide it over because it goes red, green, blue, and then right to ground. And I don't remember if the ground's right after the blue or if it skips one or two. And then these two sync wires on this plug are turned into one. But I don't know that that'll be an issue either. So I need to cut the end off of this. And we're just gonna go ahead and hook up the, I saved these ends even when I cut them off because you could still take the pins out of these and repin them and use that still for something else. So we're just going to crimp connect this together. Should be more than enough. And I'm probably not going to be able to test the guns. Maybe see where they plug into on this board, because that I don't know. Not sure on that one. Yeah, we'll worry about it afterwards. Just want to see if it comes up on the picture or on the screen. Oh, and I found the power wire for the monitor that came with that monitor when it was in the PGA cabinet. So this was the plug that went with that monitor, and as you can see, it plugged right into the wall with no isolation transformer. But you got to be careful because almost all monitors need them. It's just these newer flatter screen ones. But yeah, if we can get this to work tonight, then I just need one video of putting it into the cabinet and it'll be done. I really don't know what my plans are for this game. If it's cool, I'll keep it around. If not, maybe I'll just sell it. I'm not sure. Like I said, I just was in Michigan. This popped up and it was only like an hour and a half from where I was at after I did that drop off. So I ran over and grabbed it because at least now I can make a complete game out of it rather than just parts and pieces laying around. I'm just using these little crimp caps, which are more than sufficient to do this part. And I'm just going to hook the two sync wires to the one, because I don't think it'll really make a difference. But we can always change it if we have to. Where'd my black wire go? There it is. Okay, so now we can plug this in to the monitor back here. Well, the wires are long enough. There's a spot over here. And I'm going to assume that the top lug is red. Plug our power in. Right. Well, like I said, plug that into the power strip. All right, let's plug this into the power strip. Or not the power strip, the power supply. So now we have power. I think the video is hooked up right. I don't know for sure, but let's fire it up and see if it does anything. Okay, we got some red lights on the PCB. Monitor just kicked on. I do have another one of these power supplies where I can fix that fan's making noise. I don't know if it's a bearing thing or what. Okay, we're not getting anything on the screen. Feel a little static. Either this takes time to load up, or I don't have my ground wire in the right spot or something. I'm not sure yet. But there's definitely nothing on the screen. Make sure that we still have power. I don't know if this will even come on. Okay, so yeah, the monitor does have power. It's kind of acting goofy. And that could be because of the sync wire, maybe the ground wire. I'm not sure. It's jumping around. Okay, let me see if I can figure out which wire the ground goes to and the sync wires, if those are backwards or not. So let me look at this for a couple minutes. Okay, I'm getting nothing on the monitor right now. I don't have a speaker hooked up, so I can't really coin it up to see if it's going to do anything. But I remember on my Carnival King over there, I have one of these adapters that go from CGA to VGA, and I don't know if that is what I need to do for this, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So let's plug this in and see if it does anything. I don't know that it will, but we can unplug our and I'm not sure what order these go in. Might have to mess with that. Red, green, blue, ground, maybe it goes this way? I'm not sure. No clue. And we could try it. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. It says no signal right now on the monitor. Aha, we got picture. I knew that's what I was going to use. Look at that. It's jumping around, but we have picture. Okay, so it's jumping around. Is it jumping around because I have two of those sync wires connected into one or not? Well, now it just quit doing it. Was that just part of the game? Nah, there's definitely getting some jumping around going on. Okay, but it is working, which is awesome. Let me see. We got to turn the brightness up, stuff like that. I moved the plug over, one plug, so now only one of the two sync wires are plugged in. Now it's working. Sweet. Okay. Let me check the brightness on here first because I don't know what that flyback is set at. So let's go into mode. Let's go over to brightness. I don't know how to do this. Mode, brightness. Okay. Yeah, brightness is down, all the way down. Oh boy. Let's go to 10, 110. Then we'll go to mode again, and let's see what we have else. We can set position, which doesn't look too bad right now. Size doesn't look bad. Punctuation doesn't look too bad. Color gains. There's color gains on that adapter board I put on as well. So we can also mess with that. Start with red here. Oops. Color gains, red. Okay, that's making it pink, so okay, it's working. So let's take the red down. Darn it. Green. Too much green. And this is all stupid stuff I can mess with afterwards. Blue. I think it's a little bit out of focus, so maybe I can mess with that flyback. Let me lower this tripod a little bit more. But at least the board works. I'll try to plug a gun in, see if we can get it to fire. We don't have a speaker hooked up, but that's fine for now. Let's see here. Fly back. See where these knobs are at where I don't zap myself. I think the top one's focused, but I'm not sure. I don't know what the top one's not really doing anything. Okay, there's focus. That looks better. Okay, that looks better. All right, there is a plug over here, and I don't know if this is a plug for the gun or not. I would imagine it's got to plug in somewhere. There's only one plug though. Like, I know nothing about this. I don't even have an owner's manual. So this might be something I need to figure out. But I don't know what that plug is over there. Because I only see one gun plug if that's the gun plug. And I need two. And it's a 4-prong plug right there. Unless these 4 wires were a plug at one point. Ooh, found one. Found them. They're right here. I don't know which one I'm plugged into, or if I have any buttons hooked up, but I did find one. It's on the harness itself. Let me just pull the trigger. It's not doing anything. All right, let me plug in my harness here. For my buttons, let's see if we get any action. It's probably not going to be a real good video here because it's kind of hard to show all this. I can probably back it out a little bit. So I plugged those in. Let's see if this, I don't even know if it's on free play. It's not on free play. So I'd have to coin it up somehow or figure out how to put it on free play. There are some dip switches on the side because I don't know what wires would be the coin wires. I mean, it's a jammer harness, so it can't be that difficult. Trying to trace the wires to see if I can find where my coin wires are. And why is there the red wire to each gun cut? So what's the deal with that? And it looks like this is the wires right next to them. Why the heck is those cut? It's clearly probably 5 volts for the guns, if the guns need 5 volts, which I'm sure they probably do. That is weird why they cut them. Well, let me hook this one back up. At least temporarily hook it up. I gotta figure out how to coin this up. I think this is my coin wires right here. I wonder if the original harness is still on the coin door from this cabinet. I got it. No, it's empty. Okay. All right, let me do some research. See if we can figure out which wire on that jammer harness is for coin, because the wire colors are not familiar to me, just because it's the wiring colors are different on that. Okay, what I'm trying to do right now is figure out how to get into the menu of the game so I can do adjustments as far as, I believe I could put it on free play at that point, but I can't do that until I figure out what I need to do, because I don't have the inside of the cabinet switches. I'm gonna go check the PGA Tour wiring harness to just see if I have it and it'll plug into this, because if that's the case, then I can get into the menu, or I'll have to make a little jumper wire for now and just jump from one terminal to the other. But I don't want to go doing that until I figure out what wire goes where, because I don't really know as of right now. I would assume black is ground, but I would probably should not assume that, just in case it's wrong. So let me go look at the wiring harness and PGA Tour and see if I have that switch to get it into the test mode and all that stuff. But other than that, the monitor is not looking too bad. A little dark still, obviously needs some adjustments, but not going to get too super crazy with it, because once I get it in the cabinet, I can adjust it some more. Plus I had the overhead lighting on, which also kind of mutes it out a little bit, so it doesn't look as good. So I'll be back in a few. Okay, I was able to coin it up, but I'm still not getting anywhere with that, because they don't have an owner's manual for this one. But you look up Warzade or whatever it's called game, and it's close, but the diagram for the wiring sucks so bad it doesn't even give you the colors. So let's hit the start button. I don't know if the gun's plugged into the right one or not. Okay, those aren't working. Don't know if these are hooked up right or not. I know nothing about what's going on here. This is just the escape button. Okay, so this is not the start button. Okay, so that makes sense. So I need black, maybe this yellow. Maybe this gray, and I think I found it. Okay, how to play. Press the escape button. I don't know if this gun's gonna work. Don't have any noise. Okay, nothing on that one. Hopefully I can get this switched quick enough to see if it works on the other one. of time. Okay, nothing. Oh, I saw a screen flash. Okay, that's a good start, but it's not registering. And that could be a brightness thing. That could be, it could be a number of things. So let me get in the menu here. Let's go to brightness. Shoot. It's too bright. All right, well, I'm getting some flashing. Could be a 5 volts thing too, because I've had these games where they don't have enough 5 volts and it won't register the gun. So I might need to jack up the voltage a little bit. I wonder if I can continue here. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time. Nope. Coin it up again. 5 credits it looks like. So this is probably a boring video, guys, but I'm just trying to get this thing up and running before I go spending time putting it in the cabinet. Okay, player 1. Let's check voltage a hair up. Come on. Okay, it's not doing anything. Oh, my power's not going to my gun. Plus, these guns might not even be calibrated, or they might not work for all I know. I mean, I had them laying on the shelf. I'm gonna die before I can do any adjustments here. All right, well, let me mess with this and see if I come up with something. Be back. Okay, I was able to get into the test screen, and it's showing gun trigger player 1. Okay, so I know the trigger itself is registering. So I need to exit out of here. So it says hold player 1 start on and pull trigger on player 1 gun. So let me try to rig this up. Okay. Player 1 and player 2 start button to select item. Pull player 1 gun trigger to execute. So this should go down, player 1. Yes, or okay. Coin options, maybe go to free play. Okay, free play. No. So I want to turn it on. Free play, yes. Okay. So now we're on free play, so we won't have to worry about save and exit. This is fun, using a wire. Okay, that's saved. Now let's go to, what is CC check? We need to do a gun calibration or something. CG check, I don't know what that is. Oops, went too fast. I just hope this monitor will work with this game. I don't know what this is. Color or something? Whatever. Alright, thought there was a way to... My head's probably in the way. I thought there was a way to do a calibration on the gun. Game options, sound options, game mode. I don't know what that is. Let's hit game options and see what that does. Difficulty, medium. I don't care about any of that right now. Just want to get out of here. Game mode we can try. That's going back to the game, okay. It's on free play. So now if I hit start, yeah, I'm trying the other gun too, and I'm not getting anything, so I don't know. Let's see what happens here once the game starts. Push start button to skip, but I don't have it hooked up right now. I don't have power going to the gun, do I? Yes. Okay, it's plugged into the wrong one. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Ooh, I see it. I did see it briefly. So it did, see, there it is. Sweet. I'm gonna be able to get this to work. What it is the screen brightness is off. All this stuff is a little bit not set right. It's clearly working. Yep, sweet. Okay, this game works. We will be able to get it into the cabinet and fuss with all the connections and adjustments and all that stuff afterwards. So that's just going to end this video. Quick video. Wanted to get this hooked up, make sure it was going to work. Got to do some screen adjustments. It's a little too fat. Check that right now, actually, before I end this video. Let's see if we can't set the screen a little bit better size-wise. Where do we want to go here? Oops. Size, horizontal size. It's bigger. We want to make it smaller. There we go. Oh, too small. Just leave it there. Now we'll go over to slide it over a little bit. Too far. Go there. Go over one. To All right, that's not too bad, I think. That's not too bad. Darn it. What is this? Oh, vertical position. Oh, you know what? I noticed that that's off a little bit. I think that might have fixed that. Trapezoid was off a little bit, I believe. No, it's still off. Let's see here. Okay. That looks better. It's not bad there. Ooh, nice. All right, let's leave that there. Color gains. We already messed with that a little bit. Contrast is up pretty high. Probably looks like it needs to be almost. Yeah, there's gonna be some good adjustments I'm gonna have to do here. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I know it works. I know the monitor is gonna work. I'm not sure if the blue gun works or not yet, but the red one does. I have some other guns if that's the case. Either way, we're gonna get this thing working. So hopefully you guys like this. A little bit different here, kind of boring, but wanted to get it set up. Figured I'd show you guys. Warzod or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce the game, but that's the manual you need to look up in order to work on this game, because they don't have a manual for this game online, and I don't even know if they have a paper one. But anyways, if you look that manual up, it's pretty much identical setup. I think it's the same little circuit board computer thingy over here than that other game runs too. So you know what, before real second here, where's that remote? Let me turn off a couple lights in here, see if it looks, the monitor looks any better. Actually, you know what? Let's just try that one more time, playing the game. Let's turn off a couple lights down here. Let's see if by chance it plays any better. Monitor looks better now. I didn't even think to try that. So yes, let's try that real quick. Hit the start button. Okay, I'm gonna hit it again. Hit it again, because you can escape, you can exit past this. Okay. Let's just see by chance. I mean, it's working, just not great. It's like you got to be pretty close. Oh, reload. Kind of sucks not having sound on that game. Yeah, I think with a little bit of adjustment here, we're gonna get this thing working pretty damn good. But the colors look way better now that the overhead lighting's off. Yeah, now it's not registering. Oh, I might have unplugged the wire. Power wire probably fell off, but that's okay. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the thumbs up. Any questions or comments, anything like that, feel free to ask. If you have any comments on this, I know nothing about these newer games. something maybe I need to adjust a little bit to get the guns to work better, please let me know. I know brightness and contrast, flyback, all that stuff kind of plays a role with these guns working good. Plus I know that overhead lighting affects it and all that stuff. But if anybody has any tips or anything, please, send me a message and tell me to try this, that, whatever, just to make my life a little bit easier rather than having to screw around with it for a day because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. So all right guys, I'll see you later. Don't forget, Sunday is going to be another video on talking about the arcade games in the basement. We're going to do the next 5 games, and then after this weekend, the following weekend, we're going to do 4 games the following Sunday, and those are going to be the last 4 MCR games that I have. And also, let me know if you guys are interested in me doing some games to where I open them up for you, show you the insides of the games. If that's something you guys are interested in, maybe after I get done talking about all the games, we can go back and revisit some of them. We can take the back off, show you how everything's wired and put together and how stuff is that I think goes correctly. Because I know a lot of these cabinets were kind of difficult to figure out how everything was laid out in them, because once again, all these games I've pretty much bought in pieces and parts and broken, and nothing was ever put in the right place, or it's been converted 2-3 times to different games. So if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know. Other than that, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Thanks guys.